And that's why I stress the importance of putting never sees on these suckers. Wow. Ah, nice and rusty. Looks like my e-brakes are getting a little low there too. So I'm looking at the other side there, and that's worn down tremendously. So I'm gonna have to run out, grab a e-brake set for this now, some pads. All right, like opening a can of worms. All right, so welcome back to Whitehouse Farm. We're gonna be doing the rear parking brake pads. Show you how to get those on. So here's the one kit. You're gonna need this. This has all your springs and all that stuff in it. And then here's the actual shoes themselves and the number for that. So this should be fun. Let's get into it. Alright, I was hoping I was going to be able to do it that way. I can't get those bottom springs, so we're actually going to have to remove the axle shaft and then pull this whole hub off here. So, not what I wanted to do, but got to do it. I'm probably gonna have some fluid leaking once I start pulling this out. Alright, so I got that popped out of there. So now you can see we got to go ahead, and there's a tool for this that fits in these holes, and you're able to turn it to get this out, but I should be able to get it with maybe a screwdriver or something, hammer it out. Alright, so we got a magnet. Oh. Oh, there we go. Came right out with it. That's all it is. So now this thing, oh, we can actually just, looks like we're not going to need the tool. There we go. There's that. All right, so this thing is not budging no matter what I try. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw the rotor back on, and I'm gonna hammer on that and see if I can get it to come off. Holy crap. Jeez. So, had to break out the big guns, the sledge, and finally got that to break loose. Good Lord. This side's been fighting me the whole time. All right. So now, I can go ahead, take these off. Jeez. Yeah. seal off of here. That's part of the problem. That seal was sealed in the back there and could not get it to break free from here. Oh my God. All right. There it goes. All right. Damn. Thing was no joke. So that's how it comes as one piece. But this sucker was, that sucker was stuck together really good. All right. Now we could actually see our entire, where we put our e-brake on here. Alright, so we got that all cleaned up and sprayed down. Let's go ahead and start assembling our parking brake. And once again, this is our new one. So we're going to need these two for the bottom. We're going to need that for the top. And we're gonna need that spring for the top. We're gonna put some lithium grease in here. That way it doesn't seize up and we'll be able to turn it. So this bottom one, that spring is gonna go in there. That spring is gonna go like that. And then this spring is gonna be on the other side. It's gonna be the opposite. So it's gonna go in there. That, and then in there like that, and that's our bottom. So let's try and line this up. Alright, so now that we got that, let's go ahead and run our new holding pins through. Alright, so I got those two on there. I just put that in there just to space that to help me get that in there. Now we're going to put a little bit of grease on this right here. Go the whole way with it so the grease really gets in there. There we go. Alright. So now this is going to line up with this right here, and that's going to go on that side. Yeah, just like that. Now we can put our top spring on. And that's going to go here. And now we can put our final bottom spring in. Okay, so we got that all back together now. Now we just got to get a new inner seal. Gotta pick that up, and then we can go ahead and start throwing everything back together. Alright, so one thing I forgot to do before putting the shoes back on, but I could just move them out a little, is put a little bit of lithium grease right at the wear points. Okay, so let's flip this over. And my bearings seem to be in pretty good shape. We're gonna put that back in the race here. Yeah, it's still nice and smooth. bottom one too. So luckily, we're only gonna have to replace the seal, and there's the part number for the seals. And I got this at, obviously, at Napa. So there it is, there's the new one. So we're gonna place this right here. And we're gonna put this block here, and we're just gonna seat that down in there. Then just check it, make sure it's seated all the way. And with this truck, it takes the 75W to 90 full synthetic. And just gonna want to get a little bit of oil on there. Just get the inside here. Little dab will do ya. So now we can take this and put it back on. All right, now we can put our nut back on. So you all line up the rest of the way in there. You know, back that off and get it so where that's lined up so you could put your little key in. All right, we're gonna put that back in. And that just slides right in there like that. So that's in there now. And now we want to put our retainer clip on. And that piece is gonna be at the top there. Make sure it spins freely. It's on there good now. Alright, so now we got our new rotor. Just want to get a little brake clean on the inside there because there is some oils from the factory on this. And just wipe down the inside. Now we can put this on. Okay, so now that we got that on, let's go ahead and put our axle back in. And I do have new gaskets, and that's the part number. But this one is actually still good. So we're just gonna put it on, and if it does leak, then we'll just go ahead and take it off and put it back on. That's a pretty simple thing to do. Alright, so that's all back together, and we got our new emergency brakes on. Those shoes. That was a pain. A lot of stubborn rust and just trying to get them on. Or trying to get them off actually. As you saw, it was pretty tough. But we got that all done now. So now we can go ahead and finish up putting on our new, well, we already got the new rotor on. New brake pads, and we should be done with this side. And then we'll go ahead and hop over on the other. All right, so what we want to do now, we want to go ahead and check our gear oil on the axle there, since we did pull those out, and we'll top it off with some Valvoline 75W90, and this is what my truck takes right here. And then we also got to remember, we did the split rear brake, so we got to make sure that our brake fluid's topped off. So let's get under here and check the gear oil. Obviously that hasn't been off in a while, so we may get some fluid coming out if it is overfilled, but it shouldn't be. Right. And you check it, make sure you don't have big pieces of metal or anything. Like, these are very fine, so wipe that off. So all right, let's go ahead and top it off. All right, that took the whole thing, so let's see where we're at here. All right, this is the second one. I'll go ahead and put this back in. And we'll go ahead and tighten this up. All right, since we did pull out those axles, I'm gonna go ahead and park this right on the side of the hill so it's on a slant, so that way all the oil runs to the one side. Leave it for a couple minutes, and then we'll do the same thing. We'll put the truck in the other direction, put it on the angle so the oil will run to the other side. So that way you know that the oil is getting into where all those bearings and everything were before we go riding it around. All right, so as you can see, we got it on an angle, so the fluid will flow down to the left side here, and that'll soak up with all the oil, and then we'll just reverse the truck so we can get the other side. All right, so we got to lean into the other side here, and I got to replace my rail there. These things actually rusted out. But living in the Northeast, I mean, that's salt and everything. Rust. So, all right, this will give a chance for the oil to run to this side now. And then we'll take it for a spin and see how she does. All right, so she's driving good. No squeaks or squeals or smoke or anything like that. So it's going good so far. All right, so around the world and back again. Everything feels good, no noises. E-brake works. So we are good to go. All right, so no leaks. Everything's topped off. New caliper on. All new drum brakes replaced, new rotors. All right, so we're all set here. So once again, we hope you guys like, enjoy, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys. Say bye, Gina.
You can't say goodbye without saying goodbye to me.
All right, Olaf. We'll see you on the next one. All right, bye, Obo.
Bye, guys.